Greetings, people of the interwebs. Jake here, and I just got done watching the teaser for Black Panther, and it looks fantastic. I had no idea this trailer was even supposed to drop, let alone the teaser poster, especially since the movie is... Like, I don't think the movie comes out until February of next year. So it seems a little soon to be releasing even a teaser, but damn, I'm not going to complain, because that was a pretty kick-ass teaser. The action sequences look really cool, and the beginning, like the interrogation with Andy Serkis and Rupert Everett, which I believe is Martin Freeman's character. Andy Serkis is such a great actor. He really doesn't get enough appreciation for what he does, whether it's motion capture or just when he's on screen as himself, playing a character. He looks so menacing in this movie, just from that little teaser. And again, the action sequence for Black Panther is just like in the jungle, just throwing that guy against the Jeep and just beating the crap out of people. Got a brief glimpse of Forest Whitaker's character. I don't know the name of his character. Get to see a little bit of Lupita Nyong'o and the actress who plays Michonne in Walking Dead. I can't think of her. Denai Guerrera. Get to see those two a little bit in action, which those two look badass, and a little bit of Michael B. Jordan's character. I think his character is Killmonger. Getting to see a little bit of that. This looks really good, and I think Black Panther has potential to be one of the best Marvel movies, because you've got a fantastic director like Ryan Coogler directing, and then you've got a stacked cast. You've got Chadwick Boseman, who I thought pretty much stole the show in Civil War, which is saying a lot. Civil War was a pretty fantastic movie, and all the characters kind of had their moment to shine. Everyone had their moment to stand out, but he just like cut a path through the entire movie as Black Panther and just pretty much stole every scene he was in. Then again, you've got Forest Whitaker, you've got Lupita Nyong'o, you've got Denai Guerrera, you have Michael B. Jordan, and Martin Freeman, and there's still Andy Serkis, and there's still tons of other people that I'm forgetting that are pretty notable actors. Just further proving that Marvel are just snatching up every single actor imaginable. People who I never would have even expected to really do like comic book movie or anything like that, and they're just putting them in everything. And oh man, this looks... Really, my only nitpick with this trailer is that scene where Black Panther's like flipping over like a van or something like that. That looked a little too CG. But since this is just the first teaser, and this movie's still months and months out until the finished product, so I'm not gonna like judge it too harshly just because it's still being touched up. So I imagine that scene will look significantly better when when we actually see it in theaters. So. And again, that's just a minor nitpick. The scene itself looked pretty cool. It's just it looked a little too just CG for my taste. But again, like I said, it's still being touched up. I imagine it's still... I don't know if... I would think they're pretty much done filming. I imagine it's still just going through post-production with their editing and stuff like that. And they might do some reshoots later on this year. But yeah. Black Panther looks pretty badass. I don't know, I imagine the story is more or less going to be, T'Challa trying to retain the throne, because now that he's king, looks like Killmonger is trying to maybe take the throne from him, and there might be a bit of a civil conflict between the supporters of T'Challa and Killmonger, maybe some other little subgroups. And I think they even, someone on the affiliated with the film even said this is going to be kind of like a Game of Thrones-esque, I guess, story in terms of like political intrigue, which I think is amazing, because Game of Thrones is my favorite TV show, and those are some bold words, but let's see if the movie holds up to that kind of Game of Thrones in the Marvel Universe, which again, I really hope that is true, because there's just so much they can do with that. Again, just the political intrigue, I think, is a fantastic angle to go with, and it'll change it up from all the other Marvel movies, along with comic book movies. That's the beauty with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is every movie, or not every single movie, but a lot of the movies, they change the genre to where it's not just a superhero movie, it's, Winter Soldier was a spy espionage thriller, that's also a comic book movie. Ant-Man was like a heist movie. Doctor Strange is like a supernatural kind of horror thriller type movie in a superhero film. Um, and again, that's the beauty of the Marvel Universe. They know how to do these comic book movies, but again, add a little bit of flavor of other genres as well to keep it fresh. That way, you're not just watching beat for beat the same movie just with a different character. So yeah, this might end up being one of the most anticipated movies of next year. If the rest of the trailers that they start releasing before the movie comes out are like this, I'm all on board. Yeah, those are just my quick little thoughts on the teaser. Figured I'd just post my thoughts. But yeah, pretty good stuff. But before I wrap this up, though, as always, you can like us on Facebook, Pacey Pel Productions. Follow us on Twitter at Pacey Pel Pro. Get news and updates and all that stuff going on with the channel. You can check out the other podcast that I host on Podbean called Shogun's Gateway to Anime, which is all about anime. I'll put a link in the description below. And then, of course, you can check out Reverend Spaceman's channel, one of the co-hosts of the channel, where he's got his own podcast where he talks about toy collecting with Jordan, one of the other co-hosts. And then Jordan actually started a new podcast with a good friend of ours, Phil, Mild Mannered Movie Men on Podbean and iTunes. Leave a link to that as well on Reverend Spaceman's channel. And then their podcast, they talk about all things movies. So we're kind of building our own little happy podcast family. A lot of good stuff. Which again, more reason to keep up with us with the social media, so you know when new episodes are released on different podcasts and all that stuff, and what's going on with all things Pacey Pel Productions and the adjacent podcasts and projects we got going on. Then also probably having like something to announce probably later on in the month, just something going on, just to keep you all informed. But again, I'll upload that video later on this month. But yeah, and also we're almost to 200 subscribers here on the channel, so keep on liking, sharing, giving feedback in the comment section. But let's try to get to 200 by the end of the year, so that way we can do like a celebratory live stream or something like that, where me and the whole Pacey Pel gang just get together and I don't know, do a Q&A or just do like a live podcast, where more than likely we'll have alcohol and just be a fun little time to have together. So yeah, as always, continue to support us here at Pacey Pel Productions. We really appreciate it. And until next time, everyone, cheers.